This is
Make it plain.
Make it plain.
MIP.
With Masamela Matfumo.
Mark Thompson.
Make it plain.
Get woke.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a pleasure for me to have for video and television on the screen. She is not dressed for a podcast like I am. Lord have mercy. I was like, whoa, what's up? I feel really out of place.
Don't feel out of place. This is my fault. I didn't give you a warning that I was coming like this.
Even if you give me a warning, I don't know what I would have been. I would have had to put on the tux. I would have had to put on the tux. Nafessa Williams is here with us once again. She is Thunder.
Hey.
And Black Lightning. What's happening?
Life is good. I can't complain. We just wrapped season 3. We learned about the pickup for season 4.
Season 4, congratulations.
Yeah, so I really can't complain.
Yeah, that's
I'm
great.
doing good. I'm enjoying my time off, but not too long because sis is trying to book a movie before I go back. So we'll see.
So a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know what it is? Anything in any prospect or what?
Maybe.
Can't talk about it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I gotta wait. You know how that
wait.
game go.
Yeah,
but I'm enjoying my time off. I did a little bit of traveling. I went to Mexico. Just been in LA auditioning and enjoying that weather out there until it's time for me to go back. So we'll see. I'm really free as a bird right now. I'm doing whatever I please, and that's good.
So when do you start filming season 4? How does that work?
We go back late June, like early July-ish.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got some time off. We go back in the summer.
How long does that?
We go for about 7 months, from July to January.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going well. Are you having fun doing that?
I love Black Lightning. I love the narrative, the stories that we're telling, and the people I get to do it with. I love the Achilles. I love, my castmates. And it's been really interesting to see all of our characters unfold over these last couple seasons.
Yeah. Of course, last time we talked, and I know you talk about this a lot, is it still having the same effect? Because obviously you're playing a groundbreaking character.
Yeah.
I mean, young people still coming up to you like, this, you really doing something for me.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was in the elevator at my hotel room last night, and a young Black girl got on the elevator, and she lost it. And it's just really cool to... It's really cool to see the effect that it's having on the young Black kids that are coming up after me.
Yeah. So it has to make them proud, and it has to make you proud, doesn't it?
Man, I'm still so grateful at the thought that I'm playing the first Black lesbian superhero. Like, that got a ring to it, huh? I don't even really, it's just such a blessing to be able to step into that character. And be an inspiration for other Black lesbians watching the show who don't normally get to see their stories being told, So I feel blessed, and that's a huge reward in it for me.
And this is perfect timing for that as well, because we're in a moment where folk are finally coming into their own, being more everybody's still not accepted as they should be.
Right.
But we're at a place where more and more people are becoming accepted. And, you don't have to repress as much. I know we still have a long way to go.
We do, but we've broken some barriers. We're getting there. We've made some strides.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who, as you were coming up, though,
mm-hmm.
who were some of your inspirations?
Claire Huxtable.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I saw her, and I was like, I want to be her.
Okay.
I wanted to be the essence of what she was given on that show, and ultimately who she is as a woman. She was very strong and sassy and independent and fashionable, and she probably didn't have to work, but she did. And I love that she had her separate life away from her husband on that show. Rudy Huxtable was another one for me. I was, a really little girl watching that show and seeing myself in her and feeling like, wow, she looks like me. I could do this. I want to do this. Rudy stole all the scenes in the Cosby Show.
Yeah, she did.
So it was like, wow, who is this little girl? She looks like me.
Yeah.
So representation matters, and I'm really, really grateful that I now have the opportunity to be that inspiration for young girls who may want to become an actress one day.
It's significant, too, that you would name Claire and Rudy, even especially at this moment, because some of us are going through a thing. I
understand
Bill,
that, but we'll build. But that has nothing to do with them.
Right,
that has nothing to do with the inspiration that they gave to me.
Right.
So I'm not gonna not mention them if that's truly my inspiration.
Yeah.
I get it though, but that's.
Well, I don't always, because I feel like some things you just can't take away, and what the show did for us.
What the show did for us as a culture.
I mean, you can't like reverse that.
No, you can't.
You know?
You can't. And what it did for us as a culture,
Right.
it broke barriers. You know, it was the first time that we saw a successful Black family.
That's right.
On TV.
That's right.
And that's where I got my wanting to be independent from seeing her. So kudos to that show, and kudos to the writers, and to Felicia Rashad. She was just the epitome of what brown beauty was growing up. You know what I mean? Like she was well put together. And I think the icing on the cake was her class and her brilliance that she brought.
Did she also, I know she inspired you as a woman, but did she also inspire you to want to go into acting?
Yes. So here's the thing. She inspired me so much that I wanted to be a lawyer. So I went to school and studied law and worked at the law firm. And then I was like, I ultimately want to be an actress here. That's what that is. I'm emulating her so much. That is ultimately, it was her inspiring me to want to be an actress. I remember coming home and I would write in my composition book my own TV guide. I was obsessed with TV. I was obsessed with the entertainment industry and the behind the scenes and what it looked like on set. So that show is what did it for me. So
you were working at the law firm. Mm-hmm. You majored in criminal justice?
I did.
Okay. Did you go to law school too?
I didn't. I actually interned at the DA's office in a homicide unit in Philly, which you can imagine was an interesting experience. And then after that internship, I had graduated school and I started working at a workers' comp firm, and I hated it. I would cry. I would sit in my cubicle and cry. And I was like, you got to tap into that. Was it boring or something? It was restricting. I had to ask to go to the bathroom. It was like a 3-team setting. And if everybody on your team wasn't there, you kind of like got written up for it. So there always had to be somebody at the team setting in that cubicle amongst the three of us. So you had to like ask to go to the bathroom and ask if you can do this. And it was just a lot of work that I just was not interested in. My heart wasn't in it. So I was like, I had a come to Jesus moment with myself. Like, all right, are you going to be happy if you are doing this 20 or 30 years from now? And what is that's going to make you happy? Go for it. No matter how hard, no matter how green you're going to be starting out, no matter the sacrifices, no matter the rejection or how many years it takes to get where I am today, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. What was it like working in a homicide unit? And I'm asking that for a reason, but I want to.
Wow. I learned that being a lawyer was not for me. And that's what internships are for. I think we're forced to know what we want to do at 17 or 18, and it's kind of hard to put that on people that young. You know what I mean? We don't know. I don't think in life we don't know what we want to do until we try it. So internships are good. I always encourage, young kids transitioning from high school to college or college into to real life to intern. We don't know. We think we may know.
Yeah. The reason I asked, I did an internship working for a judge. And at that particular time, I thought I wanted to be a lawyer. Yeah. At that particular time, the judge's calendar was child sexual assault cases. Yeah. Traumatized. I mean, I just couldn't, and I'm sitting there taking this all and listening to it, taking notes, being objective, but it was rough. It was not a very pleasant experience.
Yeah, no, that's how it was for me. I sat in on homicide cases. I helped them prep those files. I was there when they were doing all of the interviews with the witnesses, and I remember us having solid cases where we knew they were guilty. And we couldn't prove it. And I remember seeing some of them just walk home like, no, we know they murdered them. And, just sitting in the depositions and sitting in the actual court cases and knowing that you have everything you thought you had to convict this person. And they would go home just because of a poor witness or not enough evidence. So I was like, also just witnessing how lawyers, they don't turn that switch off. They go home with that work. They are stressed and depressed about that work. And I didn't want that for me. Yeah. I saw really quickly like, maybe this ain't it.
We know there was a judge that I was working for. He was a black judge, Eugene Hamilton down in Washington, D.C. Great man. Wow. He was a teacher too. So Nafessa, when black lawyers would come before him, if they didn't have their stuff together, he would scold them. I mean, he'd be like, yo, you can't come in my courtroom. And even that was intimidating me. I was like, whoa.
Holding them accountable.
Right, but it was too much. I was like, I can't do these cases and be under this level of intimidation. But it's not for everyone. More MIP after this message. So when did the acting bug actually bite you?
I remember I had came to New York and I got fired from the law firm because I had started going out on auditions in Philly.
Oh, wow.
They told me I couldn't go. I went anyway.
Of course.
Got back to work, logged in on the computer. I was trying to get into the computer and I was fired. So from that day.
Wow.
Yep. From that day, I started like getting into my modeling career. And I was coming up to New York. I started booking small gigs, like a lot of print work, hair modeling, beauty. And I took a class because there was always this desire in me, but I didn't know where to start. I didn't have anybody in my family that was into the arts or, you know, in the industry that can give me like, you know, a head start with everything. So I took that acting class after years of really being curious about it. And the challenge of it all excited me. The adrenaline rush that I got out of it, and it was a high that came with it. And I was like, this is it. This is it.
Yeah.
And I never looked back that day. That was 2008.
Yeah, yeah.
12 years ago.
So is Thunder, would you rank it as the most exciting role you've played so far?
Oh, for sure, by date. Yeah. I mean, I don't get to just, you know, be on set and act. I get to be very athletic with this role. I get to go to stunt training. I'm, you know, I believe, you know, being super active is the key to health. And I get to do that for a living. So first of all, just put it on a superhero costume just in general. I mean, that alone still kind of freaks me out. It's just a dream come true. I've always wanted to play a superhero, but I had no idea that God had this role waiting for me, a role that would break barriers like this, being the first.
Well, and speaking of superhero piece, I mean, that timing isn't bad either.
Not bad timing. You know, we premiered like a month before Black Panther. It was like
that's right.
us, Luke Cage, Black Panther. It was like it was good timing.
Well, and honestly, but when I talk to other actors, black, white, or whatever, you know, everybody's now, because that's what's most marketable, that's what people are into. I remember at one time, you know, superhero or / comic things weren't that hip. Now that's the biggest thing.
No, it wasn't cool being a nerd back in the day, right? Yeah.
Right. But now you get a role like that, and you become part of a franchise. It's like everybody wants to, you know, even some of these.
I'll be a part of the DC family forever.
That's what they're right.
Forever.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing for you. And not only that, a black member of the DC family, a woman member of the DC family, a lesbian member of the DC family.
Yeah, it's a blessing. It really is.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for all those roles I went out for around that same time that I was going out for Thunder. I'm grateful I didn't get them. I'm glad that this one had my name on it.
So before you came in,
yes,
I checked out your Instagram.
Oh, what's on there? Let me see.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Nothing bad. I mean, you sharp. If y'all want to get a sense of what, you know, how the sister dresses, you can just check out the Instagram. But not only that, you go back home. Speaking of acting, and you do an acting class, don't you?
Yeah, my acting workshop is for new actors. It's for aspiring actors and also actors who are, you know, just getting started and they want to know the do's and the don'ts. It's the fundamental of acting. So we're going to start at the very, very beginning. I'm going to share my journey up until now. And, you know, I'm not a vet at this yet. So you know, there's still some things that I'm learning, but I want to come home and share with them everything that I have learned this far.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And I think as artists, we get so excited to entertain, but we don't realize it's show business. And I want to go over the business with my actors, and I want to make sure that they're educated, and I want to make sure that they don't make some of the mistakes that I made. And understanding our rights as a SAG-AFTRA member, understanding how much to pay an agent and a manager, because you got some like real janky people out there, and you do. Right, and if you're green and you're ignorant, you don't know, you'll get got. And I just want to make sure that they aren't ignorant.
Yeah.
As ignorant as I was when I first started.
Yeah. No, and that's a good thing, because a lot of young people, they just don't know. There's a lot of ambition.
They don't know. And we're just excited. We're excited to work. We're excited to book, and we're excited to, you know, entertain, but we got to make sure we are educated about the business.
How often you do that?
So I used to do it with an acting coach, and this is my first time doing it by myself.
Oh,
so
wow,
this
that's
is
great.
Really, this is really, really cool. And of course, no other place to start than home. My DMs and my comments are full of questions of how to start and what do you do. So I'm like, you know, that's my way of giving back and making sure that I believe it's my duty to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And to give back at home too.
And at home, yeah. So it'll be a tour. I'll be all over.
Because a lot of those kids were you.
Exactly. So it's going to start in Philly, and then my next stop is going to be in Atlanta. So everybody just look out for those dates.
Yeah, that's great. Speaking of some of the jankiness and some of the stuff you get into, with all of the highlighting of some of the problems in the industry, including Me Too and all of that.
Yes.
As a woman, have you found that atmosphere itself to have improved? I mean, for a long time, that was the culture in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Harassing women, and all that kind of stuff, taking advantage of women.
Right.
Can you say, since you've been involved, that things are better along that score?
Again, I think we have. I think we've made some strides, but we still have a long way to go. I think more now than ever, women have more of a voice in Hollywood. I love how all of us women have come together for the Me Too and the Time's Up movement. And when you come together as a force, it's not easy to knock that down. Yeah. When you come together collectively as a force to be reckoned with at this point. So I hope that we continue to make even more strides and for it to just be equal. Yeah. And fair.
So you are acting now, obviously. Any desire to do more, to write, direct, all of that? Have you thought about that?
For sure. Season 4 of Black Lightning, I'm going to do a lot of shadowing of the directors.
Good.
I want to, I believe it's very important. If we want to see the change in Hollywood when it comes to us as a people and we want to see us involved in doing more behind and in front of the camera, then we have to take the initiative to create it ourselves. So we can't be waiting for people to give us our next job. I want my next job after Black Lightning, my next TV show, to be something that I am in control of.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it's about changing that narrative and not waiting for the change to happen, but being the change.
And if you're in control, then you'll have the power to
help
provide
some
opportunities to some of those young people you're going to be teaching this weekend.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. What do you think about the Academy Awards and the latest award season? Was that representative enough of black talent? Was some other things you would have liked to have seen get some recognition?
Yeah, I would have liked to seen at least more than one black actor be nominated, and I'm super happy for Cynthia.
Right.
I'm super happy for that opportunity, but I believe there were, some great artists who could have been alongside of her, so I would just like to see. And again, I think it's the people who are in power when it comes to the Academy and when it comes to the Academy, whether it be the Emmys, whether it be the Oscars, each of those organizations, I believe if we had more people, if it was more diverse, I think we've been
and again, people in power and control.
It's about the people who are in power, who are in control behind the scenes of that, who are in charge of the voting, who play a very important role behind the scenes. I think if we make that more diverse, then we'll see more diversity when it comes to these award shows.
More MIP after this message.
You mentioned the Emmys. Obviously, you've done television. You've done movies. We're here in New York. Have you done anything on Broadway yet?
I haven't.
Have you thought?
I would like to, for sure. I haven't done much theater at all, but I was just having this conversation that theater is I would definitely like to do a play or two in my time.
Yeah. That'd be another challenge.
That'd be cool.
And people seem to enjoy that who do it.
Yeah, and that's the real acting. You only got one shot.
You do.
Ain't no more. It's not. Let's do another take. That is. You got to be on it. And I think the validation, the immediate gratification and the validation that you get from the audience is really, really cool, because when you're doing film or TV, you don't get to hear the laughter and, you don't get to hear the up and down of the emotions within the audience. So that's really cool that with theater, you're able to immediately get that.
And you have to be on it every night, too.
And you got to be on it every night.
That's what's challenging me. Y'all shouldn't do them lines the same thing every night.
Yeah.
That's something.
Emoting every night. That's a lot.
Right. I may have asked you this before, but if I did, I'm going to ask it again, because I always like to ask black actors this question. If you could play a role, if you could portray a significant person in history, who would it be? Who could you see yourself portraying?
I would have said Harriet, but we got that, and I just love Harriet Tubman. I just love her. She was a gangster to me.
Yeah, she was bad. She was
bad to the bone.
Yeah.
If I could play someone, it would be Diana Ross.
I could see that.
Can you?
Yeah, I can see that.
That's good. Maybe other people can see it.
Yeah.
I would say Diana Ross.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like dream role to me.
Yeah. Well, you should do that.
Yeah.
You should write that and do it.
That's as simple as that, right?
It's about time for that.
Okay, yeah, it's about time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you.
I bet she'd be down with it.
Okay. Yep.
But I can see that.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be it.
Okay. Okay. That would be great. No, Cynthia was great.
Yeah, no, she was great. But I love Harriet Tubman. They've referenced Harriet Tubman in Black Lightning a lot. They call me Harriet Tubman on the show. So and I love keeping Harriet's name alive. I love that we're standing on her shoulders and not letting her name be forgotten. So I would have said that, but Cynthia did that and she killed it. And I love that for her.
Anything new we can expect from Thunder in the new season? Any other character development or new twists or arc?
You know, we just wrapped
right
less than 2 months ago, and I don't think our writers have even started that process. I don't know much either, but what I would like to see is all three of us superheroes fighting together on the show as a family.
Wow, okay.
That'd be cool, right?
It would be cool. That'd be great.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, we'll look for that. Folks, Nafessa Williams here with us on Twitter, your full name.
Yep, I keep it simple. It's Nafessa Williams, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of that.
So y'all can, check out what she's wearing at all times.
I'll be posting it soon.
But very, very proud of you.
Thank you. And it's always good to see you.
It's good to see you.
And chat with you.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate you for having me on.
Keep up the good work. We look forward to many, many great things from you. You're a fellow Sag like me too, I think. You're December?
December 4th.
All right.
When's your birthday?
December 21st.
Hey.
And my daughter is
You're
the
like
6th.
on the cusp though.
No, but I'm still a Sag.
You claim Sag. Okay, good.
I claim Sag. And my daughter's the 6th.
Oh yeah, we the best.
We the best. And the best
what
time
do you think
of year.
our best strength? What would you say?
Being adventurous.
Okay.
And outgoing.
Okay.
Having a lot of courage, life of the party.
Yeah, we're definitely the life of the party. I was going to say optimist.
Yeah.
We're very optimistic.
Yeah.
We want something and, it's
No, that's right.
It's a very done deal.
But some have even said to me, they'll say you're idealistic, Mark, or you don't want to do something that's too unrealistic.
What did I say? I was like, I'm that person where everybody's like, all right, Fisa, I know you dreaming, but that's a little too much. And I never think so. I think anything is possible.
Right. And if you don't think that way, then nothing
will. Well, that's why some of us, Sagittarius are some of the most successful out there. I have the same birthday as Jay-Z, so I like to think that when we want something, we go get it.
That's right. Yes, ma'am. That's what we got to do. All right. Thank you so much. You're amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thunder.
you.
Thunders. Oh, wait. I know what I was saying. Is there anything about your superpower on television that translates even a little bit in real life?
Not so much her actual superpower, but I think what we have in common, there's a fearlessness that we both have. If there's when Thunder wants something, it ain't no stopping her. And I believe I possess that same resilience in me. Yeah. Okay. I'm not scared to do anything. Or maybe some stuff.
Thank you, Nafessa
Thank
Williams.
you so much. It's
Good
always
to see you.
dope to see you.
Always dope to see you, too.
Thank you.
Thanks for getting woke and listening to Make It Plain. Please remember to listen, like, and wherever you get your podcasts, please give the show a 5-star rating. And please do spread the word. Let's all continue to pray for each other during this pandemic and this police-demic. If all hearts and minds are clear, it has been made plain.